dice is thrown, what is the probability that the number shown in the dice is divisible by 3? Again, students, total outcome is 6. Numbers divisible by 3 are only 2. Which are those? 3 and 6. 3 and 6. So the probability of getting a number which is divisible by 3 is 2 upon 6. 2 upon 6, students, is 1 upon 3. 2 upon 6 is 1 upon 3. All right, next question. Next question. There are 10 boys. Sorry, there are 15 boys and 10 girls in a class. There are 15 boys and 10 girls in a class. If three students are selected at random, what is the probability that one girl and 2 boys are selected? Please understand the question. Should not be very difficult for you to comprehend it. Of course, when I show the slide with solutions, you will be able to understand every bit of it. But my humble request is that you kindly try and decipher it at your end. You kindly solve it before I share the. There are 15 boys and 10 girls in a class.
Sir, 21 by 46.
21 upon 46. All right. Okay, let's wait for others. I really appreciate the fact that a few of you are very, very regular. I think Priyanka was absent in a second class. Now I've also started noticing about 20, 25 of you.
Yes, sir. Yesterday I was absent.
Yeah, so to kindly go through the recordings, we did syllogisms and we completed the concept on clocks. Students, I have noticed about 26 or 27 of you who have been very, very consistent. In fact, I've noted down the names also. And every time I'm teaching, I just go quickly and check the list of participants. And I'm pleased to tell you that a few of you have been very, very consistent. Remember, consistency will pay you rich dividends, not just in the long run, even in the short run. Trust me. Not because what we are teaching you is rocket science. No, not at all. We are teaching you very basic stuff. But it's a quick revision of all the concepts that students do over months. So in this context, I would like to appreciate what Chairman Sir Deepak Sir has, he very specifically told me that I want best of the best faculty for my students. And I told him the fact that there are organizations where they, institutes, they charge a norm. He said, no, for my students, everything the institute does, and I want them. So I was talking about the TCS. I came to the campus, if you remember, I told you last Friday. I had a long chat. I sat for 1 hour before my 3:30 class and at least for about 1.5 hours after my session. So the entire discussion was about how to get the best placements for the students. And of course, there's one very important rule, students. What comes in is what goes out. So if IIT students get the best placements is not because IIT as a platform is, of course, IIT as a platform, they've got amazing facilities in terms of, I mean, it's a government setup, but it is also because they have filtered the intake. So the quality of students coming in will ensure that the demand supply ratio is always in the favor of the students. So it is also about being able to reach out to the best of the students. And when good students get to know of all the great things that the institute is doing for them, I'm sure sensible and good students like you get attracted to the campus. All right, students, very quickly, let me discuss. First is the total outcome. 25 may say I need to select one girl, two boys. So what am I? So 3 students out of 25 is the total outcome. 3 students out of 25 total is the total space. That's 25C3. Do you agree? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now there is a particular precondition. The precondition is I want one girl and two boys. One girl out of 10 girls is 10C1, and two boys out of 15 is 15C2. So the favorable outcome will be 15C2 times 10C1. And the probability thereafter shall be favorable divided by total. So favorable is 15C2 times 10C1 divided by 25C3. That is why we always do permutation and combination first before proceeding to probability. Students, 10C1 is 10, and you get your answer as 21 upon 46. Are you all getting 21 upon 46?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. If you are able to solve these kind of questions, I think broadly you have developed a decent understanding of the subject. Okay, next question. Now here, it's a very simple. It does not. I mean, some logic. Why probability questions figure in quite a few placement tests is because you got some logic to apply and some selection to be done, some arrangement to be done. And this is what you require subsequently also while at job. 3 balls are drawn randomly. Now to ensure that all the 3 balls are of different colors, black, red, and blue, it is understood you can only pick up one black, one red, and one blue. No other combination is possible. Now, how do you select? So the total outcome will be 8 and 4, 12. So 12C3 and different colors is 3C1 times 5C1 times 4C1. 3C1 times 5C1. Why do we have 3C1 times 5C1 times 4C1? Please understand. You've got 3 different colors and you can only draw 3 balls. So to ensure that all of them are different colored balls, the only possibility, the only combination that you can reach at is that all the 3 are different colors, which means you require one ball of red color, one ball of blue color, and one ball of black color. Is this okay, students? All of you? What was the other color? Black. So there is a typo here. They used blue twice. So one should be, oh, one from black, one from blue, and one red from 5 red. Yes, please. Is this okay? Yeah, Ritvik, you're absolutely correct. Akash, everybody. Vyom. Are you following, students, what we are trying to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. Let's move to the next question. Five coins are tossed together. What is the probability of getting exactly two heads? Exactly two heads, not less, not more. Yeah, I'm waiting for you to respond to my query. Yes, students. Five coins are tossed together. Let me
5 by
see.
16. Option C.
5 by 16.
5 by 16. Akash, Mahendra, Vyom, everybody, Priyanka, everybody saying 5 upon 16. All right. Students, what is the total number of outcome here? I've got 5 coins. Each coin, head, tail, head, tail. So 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, I do 5 times.
32.
That's nothing but 2 to the power 5. That is nothing but 2 to the power 5. And getting exactly 2 heads. So 5C2. 2 heads when 5 coins are tossed. Total number of outcomes possible when one coin is tossed is 2, either head or tail. Hence, the total number of outcomes possible when 5 coins are tossed is 2 to the power 5. The event of getting exactly 2 heads when 5 coins are tossed is 5C2. Probability is always the ratio of favorable upon total. Favorable is 5C2, which is 5 divided by sorry, 5C2 is 10. 5C2 is 10 and 2 to the power 5 is 32. So the simple ratio becomes 10 upon 32 becomes 5 upon 16. Is this okay, students? Are you following what we are trying to discuss here?
Yes,
All right.
sir.
Very good. Let's move to the next question. A card is randomly drawn from a deck of 52 cards. What is the probability of getting an ace or king or queen?
2 by 13.
Or whenever you got or, remember you need to add them. What is the probability of getting ace How many A's are there? How many A's?
4.
4. How many? So probability of getting A's card is 4 upon 52. That is 1 upon 13. Probability of getting king 4 upon 52. That is 1 upon 13. And probability of getting queen card 4 upon 52. So
3 by
take
30.
4 by 52 queen also. That's 1 upon 13. So I add 1 upon 13 plus 1 upon 13 plus 1 upon 13. Or you
3 by
always have
13.
3 by 13. Now many of us would like to do it straight away as 12 upon 52. Logically, it is correct. But if you look at the fundamentals of probability, you see there is a mutually exclusive addition rule. I'm not going into the details. So you get the same answer because there is nothing overlapping between an ace or a king or a queen. When there is an overlapping, we take out that overlap. Repetition has to be avoided. We'll talk about it. There are going to be questions which will come across. Yes, Akash and Vyom and Priyanka and everybody got it correct. 3 upon 13. Is this okay, students? All of you? All right. Let's move to the next question. Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. No worry. No hurry.
So 2 by 7.
Yes, sir, 2 by 7.
Yeah.
So 2 by 7.
Yeah. Mahendra, Rohit Chaudhary, Dipanshu, Adnan, Kareem, Shahid Anwar, Priyanka, everybody is saying 2 by 7. Probability A getting a job is 1 by 5. So event now this might look a little complicated. Let me put it in this way. When A gets a job, B will not get a job. Okay? Please understand. When A gets a job, let me explain it in a simpler way what is written and what is not written here for the benefit of those who would like to have a more better understanding. The question says the probability of getting for A getting a job is 1 by 5. The probability of A getting a job is 1 by 5. So probability of A not getting a job, I'm just putting it as A dash, is 4 by 5. Do you agree, students? So because sum total is always 1. Probability of B getting the job, probability of B getting the job is 1 by 7. So probability of B not getting the job is 6 by 7. Do you all agree with this logic, students? Yes or no? Now, when A gets the job, because read the language here, what is the probability that only one of them gets a job? So, students, please understand, when A gets the job, B shall not be getting the job. So, then it is B. And when B gets the job, A shall not get the job, because the question very explicitly mentions that what is the probability that only one of them gets the job. So the logic is very simple. Don't get confused because of the technical notations. So just look at the logic here. So the probability of A getting the job is 1 upon 5 and B not getting. A is in, B is out. Please understand, because the question clearly says that one of them has to get the job. So B out is 6 upon 7. And when B is in, A has to be out. A out is 4 by 5. So this is 10 upon 35. This is 10 upon 35. So this is 2 upon 7. Are you all getting 2 upon 7? Of course, the ones who have contributed, I know you already got it. Are you getting the logic, students, why we do it? Now, this is, of course, denoted technically. Math, the mathematicians of all times have tried to make their own case. So they put it in a slightly technical way. So this is what is being done. Just look at the lowest part. Forget this notation. Intersection of this. Is this okay? So either A gets the job or B gets the job. That is why we add. Is this okay? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Brilliant. Let's move to the next question. Oh, this is that spelling, how to memorize. गधे के पीछे गधा, उसके पीछे मैं, उसके पीछे पूरा देश. Yes, as assassination. I mean, that was the way I've seen a lot of people from the Hindi heartland, kind of memorize. Well, nothing wrong with that, but I think that's a step backward, because you see, if you really want to improve on your language skills, I think you'll have to first change the thinking pattern. जब आप हिंदी में वार्तालाप कर रहे हैं, तो आपकी सोच, आपका जिसको कहते हैं thought process, सब कुछ हिंदी में होना चाहिए. And when you are thinking in any other language, then your thought process should be, Anyways, yes, please. What is the probability that it is a vowel?
6 by 13.
Yeah, it's a simple straight case. I count the total number of alphabets. So they are 13. 3, 3, 6, 7, and 6, 13. How many vowels? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to count them physically. So the favorable outcome is 6. The total is 13. So the probability of getting a vowel is 6 upon 13. Simple question. Don't complicate it. This looks pretty simple. All right, students. Let's move on. Next question. आपको प्रोबेबिलिटी आप सच बताएं, आसान लग रहा, मुश्किल लग रहा है?
इजी है सर,
बहुत इजी है. देखिए, मैंने आपसे पहले भी कहा, स्टूडेंट्स आर ऑफ टू टाइप्स, एक अच्छे और एक बहुत अच्छे. बहुत अच्छे स्टूडेंट्स के लिए तो ये बहुत इजी है, इजी नहीं है, बहुत इजी हो जाए. अगर आप बेसिकली कॉन्सेप्ट समझ जाएं तो, इफ यू अंडरस्टैंड कॉन्सेप्ट, I don't see any reason whatsoever why you will face a challenge in this topic.
So 1/3.
1/3.
What is the probability that it is neither yellow nor black? A ball is drawn, picked up randomly. So 8 yellow, 7 blue, 6 black. So total number is 21. I don't want yellow. I don't want black. So what am I left with? I'm only left with blue. So blue is total 7. 7 out of 21. 7 out of 21. Is this okay, students?
Sir?
All yes, please.
Yes. Sir, I thought it this way, like the total number of balls are 27 and only 1/3, the 3 is divisible by 21. So I thought it would be 1/3.
From the given option, it looks okay. However, I think you should have, which is nothing wrong, but this was not a too difficult proposition because total is 21. 7 out of 21 is perfect. This also does not require a lot of efforts. Okay, we try to apply shortcuts when the risk is 0 and it actually saves a lot of time. But this is okay. What you thought of is not incorrect. Question number 13. 2 cards are drawn together, एक साथ, from a pack of 52. What is the probability that one is a club and one is a diamond? Yes, please. I'm deliberately going slow so that you can assimilate, you can develop a good understanding. What will be the total number of ways of drawing 2 cards from 52, a pack of 52? It has to be 52C2. Absolutely correct. Now, students, I want 1 club out of 13. So that is 13C1. And I want 1 diamond into 13C1. So 13C1 into 13C1 upon 52C2. 13C1 into 13C1 into 52C2. Students, is this okay? Are you finding it all right to kind of solve? Anybody who's not understood, please, whenever you have an iota of doubt, you should stop me then and there. Whatever query you have, you must satisfy yourself and then proceed. Yes, please. Is this okay? All of you? Can we proceed to the next question, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Two cards are drawn together at random from a pack of 52 cards. Two cards are drawn at random from a pack of 52 cards. What is the probability of both the cards being queens? Now, students here, of course, the total outcome is 52C2. But what is the probability of getting both the cards queens? So here the catch is, please understand, uh, first what will happen, please understand this. The probability of getting a queen is 4 out of 52. Now when one card is drawn and that is a queen, now the number of cards left is 51 and the total number of queens left for the second draw is 3 only. So the favorable condition will be 4 upon 52 times 3 upon 51. Please understand logic and rationality. Pragmatism must prevail upon when you are approaching a question. The first thing you should do is reason out what should be the process, what should be the steps involved. Once you have done that, rest is going to be very simple. So the total outcome, students, is nothing but, this is a question for conditional probability. Now conditional probability is okay. So this is how we solve conditional probability. So both the outcomes I take separately when I multiply them. Is this okay? Yes or no? So there is no need, because in both the cases I'm taking total numbers individually. So first step, when I want to pick up one queen out of a pack of 52, it is nothing but 4 upon 52. Why? Because I've got total 4 queens. Now once this particular queen has already been drawn, I'm left with 3 queens and the total number of cards left is 51. Do you agree with this?
Yes, sir.
So the
So
final,
these questions can't be solved by combination, no?
no, this is a conditional probability.
Okay, sir.
This is the best way, simplest way to do it, and you'll never get confused also. एक बार आप देख लें, simulate कर लें, बहुत आसान, सरल, सुगम, एकदम जिसको कहते हैं सबसे आसान तरीके से सॉल्व करना. 4 out of 52, 3 out of 51. That's it. Because you're left with 3 queens and you're left with 51 cards. So there is, I don't see this is something that should confuse you. You're not audible. Someone wants to say something. Please go ahead. Maybe because of the network, I can't hear you. You can write in the chat box also. Akash, you are wanting to say something. I can see that in the participants list. Akash Kumar Maurya.
Hello.
Yeah, Akash, better now. Please tell me. Go ahead, Akash. आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं, कुछ डाउट है, प्लीज गो अहेड. अगर आपकी आवाज मेरे तक नहीं आ पा रही क्लियर, तो आप चैट बॉक्स में लिख सकते हैं. या तो मेरी तरफ से नेटवर्क की प्रॉब्लम की वजह से हो सकता है. बिल्कुल आकाश, आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. आप फिर से रिपीट करने की कोशिश करें प्लीज. Yes, Akash. Okay, नहीं तो आप later, maybe in 2-3 minutes, your network resumes. Students, am I audible? Okay. Okay, Akash is having a net issue. Akash, don't worry. Let it get a little. Let the net issue get sorted out. Otherwise, you can put it in the chat box. Okay. Is it related to this particular question? We can wait. No problems. In case still It is not related to this particular question. We can move on. Yes, Akash. Okay. A letter is chosen at random from the word assassination. What is the probability that it is a consonant? Now, again, I don't want to discuss this. Consonant is 7. If vowels were 6, so consonants were. So 1 minus 6 upon 13 or 7 upon 13. One and the same thing. You get the answer. All right. This was a sitter. There was no need to. Okay. Question number 16. This is this 6 dice are tossed together. What is the probability of getting the same face in all the dice? Very interesting. Think about it logically. You'll get it correct. Question number 16.
Sir, D.
Who said D?
Sir, me.
Vyom, Priyanka.
Right.
Oh, yeah, Priyanka has written in the chat box also. Yeah, absolutely correct. It is D. It is D. Abhin, Abhishek, Adarsh, Adnan, Agam, Akash, Akash Kumar, Akash Verma, Alok, Amit, Ansh, Anurag, Anushka, Arpit, Avinash Kumar Singh, Chandrakant, Dipanshu, Ishmeet, Lakshya, Lokesh, Mahendra, Manvi, Miko Karga, Navneet, Navratan, Nehal, Nikhil, Niranjan, Prakash, Pranjali, Pratik Kumar, Priyanka, Rambabu, Ravi, Reet, Ritvik, Rohit, Sachin, Savan, Seema, Shahid Anwar, Shivam, Shreya, Sumit, Surya, Tanish, Tripti, Vaishnavi, Verinder, Vyom, Amendra, Ritik, Prabhat, Swapnil, Tanya. Are you all following what we are trying to discuss so far?
Yes.
Savan says, why not A? Okay. Savan, it is 6 to the power 6. Done. Total outcome, you got it correct. What is the favorable way? What is the favorable way? Same face in all the dice. Same face in all the dice का क्या मतलब है? सावन, देखिए आप ध्यान से समझे मेरी बात को, मैं एक बार एक्सप्लेन करता हूँ. सेम फेस का मतलब क्या हो सकता है? ये 1 1 1 1 1 1 भी हो सकता था, 2 2 2 2 2 2 भी हो सकता है. तो कितने पॉसिबिलिटीज हैं? आप एक बार के लिए परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन भूल जाइए, आप लॉजिकली करें. कितना पॉसिबल है? 6 अलग अलग पॉसिबिलिटीज है, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the logic. That's the logic. Are you getting it, Savan? Forget the formula 6C1 for the time being. So number of favorable ways, same face कहा है, यानी का exactly 2 ही आना चाहिए. क्या सब हर एक पे नंबर उसकी वैल्यू सेम होनी चाहिए. तो वैल्यू सेम तो 6 अलग अलग तरीके से हो सकते थे, because I've got 6 different numbers, isn't it? So it is 6 upon 6 to the power 6. Most of you got it absolutely correct. Great. All right. आप कभी भी probability किसी भी टॉपिक के क्वेश्चंस को सॉल्व करते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, आप सिर्फ लॉजिक अप्लाई करें. आप इसको एक बार के लिए 2 4 5 सेकंड में इंटरप्रेट कर ले, ताकि आप हवा का क्या रुख है, किस दिशा में दरिया बह रही है, कैसा ओवरऑल अप्रोच होना चाहिए, ये सब आप समझ सको. You should be able to understand and follow the subsequent steps. Should not be a problem, right? All right. Next question, please. देखिए अभी बहुत सारे कंपनीज, एवरीथिंग इज गेटिंग ऑटोमेटेड ऑनलाइन, सो students like you have a good possibility if you can hone your skills, if you are very suave and articulate, if you speak well, you got good communication skills, you do well at the aptitude test, you stand a very decent chance of bagging a good job. Question number 17. This is interesting. Six dice are tossed together. What is the probability of getting different faces in all the dice? बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग क्वेश्चन है ये, मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करना चाहता हूँ। 6 डाइस है, ठीक है, मेरे को अलग अलग चाहिए हर एक में, यानी कि 6 आउटकम है। स्टूडेंट्स, मैं फेवरेबल केसेस डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ। I am discussing the favorable. How many ways can you place here any of the? So these are 6 possibilities.
फैक्टोरियल से
यहाँ पर मेरे पास, क्योंकि ये वैल्यू नहीं इंक्लूड करना है, और यहाँ पे 4, 3, 2. Now this is nothing but 6 factorial. This is my favorable. My favorable outcome is 6 factorial. Total is 6 to the power 6. Total is 6 to the power 6. So please understand it logically. आप कभी भी गलत नहीं होंगे अगर आप लॉजिक अप्लाई करेंगे। व्योम, बिल्कुल सही है आपका जवाब, मैं इसको इसलिए एक्सप्लेन करना चाह रहा था। तो आंसर क्या होगा मेरा? 6 factorial upon 6 to the power 6. Is this okay? Yes or no? अगर
Yes.
आप में से किसी को भी जरा भी दुविधा की स्थिति है, you are getting a little confused, stop me then and there, but I've explained it logically why it will be 6 factorial when I'm talking about the favorable outcomes. Total outcomes is understood. 6 times 6 is 6 to the power 6. But the favorable outcome, because remember what the question, what the language says. What is the language here? Very clearly, it says, what is the probability of getting different faces in all of the dice? So if I get 6 different possibilities in the first, I have 5 different in the second, and so on. And this is nothing but 6 factorial. Is this okay, students? So this was interesting question. This required a little bit of thinking, but once you had your thinking caps on, I don't think you required anything else. This is a very interesting question. My question पढ़ रहा हूँ थोड़ा सा. 6 persons enter a lift on the ground floor of a 9-floor apartment. 6 लोग, कितने लोग एंटर कर रहे हैं? 6. ग्राउंड फ्लोर पर आ गए, 9th floor apartment. Assuming that each of them independently and with equal probability can leave the lift at any floor beginning with the first. Ground से ऊपर आएंगे तो first आएंगे. What is the probability that all the 6 persons are leaving the lift at different floors? Take your time, think about it logically. We are in no hurry. Even if your class extends beyond 11, today I don't have session exactly at 11, so we can wait for, we can do it 5-10 minutes more, no problem. देखिए 9th floor अपार्टमेंट का क्या मतलब, पहले आप ये समझें, ग्राउंड तो नहीं उतर सकते, तो पहले शख्स कहां कहां जा सकते? किसी भी बाकी बचे 8 फ्लोर्स में जा सकते. डू यू अग्री? सेकंड कहां जा
Yes,
सकते?
sir.
अगर उनका जी, आप में से देखिए जिनकी बात मुझ तक नहीं पहुंच पा रही, इसका मूलभूत कारण, द फंडामेंटल रीजन इज आपके घर पे या आप जहां अभी इस वक्त हैं, थोड़ी सी नेटवर्क की कमी है. Think about the question. Very interesting. Good question.
So option D.
Option D बिल्कुल सही है. आप अगर logically सोचेंगे तो you get the answer. I try to explain this to you. First is total number of ways in all 6 persons can leave the lift at different floors is 8p6. 8p6. Because the total numbers are 6th person is the last one. 6 log out of 8 floors. 8p6. And if I don't put the precondition, then each one of them can go to any of the 8 floors. आपने अगर ये क्वेश्चन समझ लिया है तो आपको कभी भी प्रोबेबिलिटी परेशान नहीं कर सकता. ये आपके मित्र सखा बंधु हैं. You'll be happy to see more questions from probability. Think about it logically, read the question again, clarify your doubts. It's a very simple question. It says, what is the probability that all the 6 persons are leaving the lift at different floors? The total outcome, 6 persons can go to any 8 floors. So 8 to the power 6 is total. There I don't have a problem. Now, what is the probability? So if first person can go to 8 different floors, second can go to only 7. Please understand one of the floors, because then we don't want repetition. Everybody at different floors. Students, are you getting the logic here? Please ask me, use your chat box, use your microphone, unmute yourself, ask as many questions as possible. I'll be able to explain it to you logically. And this is what we've done it in the slide also. We've kind of explained in a detailed way the logic through which you have to solve this question. Is this okay? Yes or no? Yes or no? One of you is wanting to speak, but unfortunately, I'm just not able to get it. Everyone, please tell me. Why
Yes,
Akash
sir.
is saying, why do we do 8 to the power 6? Very simple, Akash. First person, if there is no precondition, if I'm taking a lift, suppose visualize yourself to be there. It's a 9-story building. You've taken the lift on the ground floor, and you are entering the lift. You will not enter the lift on the ground floor to reach the ground floor. Will you do that? You would like to go to any of the remaining 8 floors. Now 6 people trying to do it. The first person also likes to go to the 8th floor. Second also can go to one of the 8. And so 6 people, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 6 times. 8 into 8 into 8 into 8 into 8. 6 times is nothing but 8 to the power 6. Akash, are you getting my points? Akash, are you there? Akash Kumar. Yes, please. Okay,
Sir.
great. Yes, please.
Sir, instead of writing 8p6, can we write it 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 up till 3?
Yeah, but in the option you did not have like this, na? Option में देखिए आप questions देखिए.
हाँ नहीं, option में नहीं है, but if in case we need to solve, तो
Solve the
हम
exact value. Oh yes, why not? Absolutely. 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 Why not? This is an interesting question, let me tell you. Very interesting. Solve this. Try and solve this. This is something that will definitely test your skills a little bit. Solve the question.
So 221 by 300 maybe the right answer.
Okay. Okay. A basket contains 15 apples and 10 oranges, out of which 4 apples and 2 oranges are defective. If a person takes 2 fruits at random, what is the probability that either both are apples or both are good? Or, which means I want the probability that if I'm choosing either both are apples. So in case of apples, I can get uh, one of the, or both are good. One of you said 221 upon 300.
Yes, sir.
Priyanka, okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm waiting for others to respond. A basket contains 15 apples and 10 oranges. So the total number of ways in which I can pick 2 fruits out of 25 is 25C2. This should not have been a problem, a challenge. Second is number of ways in which I can pick 2 apples from 15 is 15C2. Number of ways in which 2 fruits can be taken from 19 good fruits is 19C2. So I found the probability when both are apples and both are good. But please understand, there is something common here. When I pick up 2 apples, there are 11 good apples also. So when they are both apples and both are good, that probability has to be subtracted because I have counted it twice. I've counted it when I am taking apples and I am counting when I am taking good fruits. So this is called repetition. So the portion which is being repeated has to be subtracted. The portion which is being repeated has to be subtracted. Are you getting the logic, students? Just have a look. The portion which is basically, so 25C2 is common in all of them. So I bring them down. is this okay? Are you following the logic here? Why this is happening? आप एक बार फिर से इस बात को समझें. देखिए फ्रूट्स के बास्केट में 15 एप्पल्स थे और 10 ऑरेंजेस थे, राइट? नाउ इसमें से क्या, what is the question saying, suggesting? It's suggesting that there are 4 apples and 2 oranges are rotten, which means 11 apples are good. 11 apples are good. So when they are both apples, then they are both good. This portion is being counted twice. When I talk about good fruits, when I talk about apples, I can only count them once. So this is the portion that I need to subtract from my total probability. Yes or no? आप समझ पा रहे हैं इस बात को? Are you getting the logic, students?
Yes, sir.
देखिए बड़ी सिंपल सी बात है. वहां फ्रूट्स हैं 2 तरीके के, एप्पल्स हैं और ऑरेंजेस हैं. आपसे कहा गया कि भाई 2 फ्रूट, या तो अच्छे फ्रूट्स लो या दोनों ही एप्पल ले लो. इसकी क्या संभावना है? सो व्हाट इज द प्रोबेबिलिटी? नाउ स्टूडेंट्स, व्हेन आई फाइंड आउट द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ टोटल ओनली एप्पल्स, दैट इज ऑफ कोर्स basically 15C2. Perfect. When I look at the probability of getting good is now 19 because 6 fruits are rotten. Defective is not the right word. So 19C2. But in the process, what I am doing is अगर आप इमेजिन करो ऑरेंजेस अच्छे की जगह मैंने फिर से एप्पल ही काउंट किया होगा. इसकी संभावना है. और इसकी संभावना क्या है? Because there are 11 apples that are good. So that is 11C2. Is this okay, students? All of you, please understand this. Iska, when I, go through the recordings, I'll be sharing the slide, go through it again. I think that will give you an insight into this. Is that okay? Let's move to the last question from this assignment. We've almost completed it on time. I said even if our understanding requires, because at the onset we started at about 9:40. So of course what Keshav sir was speaking was, he was speaking from his heart, and he's generally concerned. I keep communicating with him. I keep talking to Chairman sir, everybody. I mean, both of them speak the same language. They keep telling me that, our students have to get the best placements. They should bag the best jobs. Chairman sir the other day told me that TCS तो bulk hiring करता है, हमारे students को Google और Amazon में जाना चाहिए. Right? चलिए, last question. 3 boys, P, Q, R. They are to speak at a function along with 5 others. If all of them speaks in random order, what is the probability that P speaks before Q and Q speaks before R? This is amazing question. Amazing. Very, very good question. Think about it. Look at the different possibilities. Look at what would happen. Because here, there's a particular condition given. This is conditional probability. What does it mean? P has to speak before Q and Q has to speak before R. These 3 have to be in order, along with 5 others. Along with 5 others. Amazing. So 3 plus 5, 8. 8 people. So 8 boys can speak in 8 factorial ways. Now, so if you look at this, number of positions for A is any 8. Number of positions for B and so on. P speaks before Q, Q speaks before R, and 3 remaining positions can be occupied. You see, there's only one way of doing it. So they become one unit. Yes, please. This is your food for thought. Why should it be? So P and Q and R, one after the other, they can't be interchanged, is only one way. So the total number of ways is 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4. Yes or no? Yes, please. Students, think about this. Go through it again. The slides shall be shared. You also have access to recordings. Don't forget, tell your friends, we got a very balanced paper, but balanced as in terms of difficulty level. Of course, periodic tests will not give you a proper full length test. That shall happen on Friday. Students, thank you so much. I don't want to detain you for long. All the best. Make sure you are attending your technical classes that has been basically, kind of planned for you to upgrade your skills and finer nuances. Keep improving, keep putting in more efforts so that you can reach your desired destination. Thank you so much. All the best.